Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com. You know, Capriccio has been boxing up all of its Shostakovich things, and it has some wonderful series. Probably the most important of all of them is the box of the film music, which is just marvelous. Those Vladimir Fedosayev recordings, and they're really, really, really good. However, they have just put together a 3-disc set of suites, jazz suites, ballet suites, and a couple concertos that they had kicking around in their catalog. And for the suites alone, this is definitely worth considering. You know, there's another sort of competing series on Brilliant Classics featuring Theodore Kuchar, which is also terrific. You know, it's got the jazz suites and film music suites and other goodies like that. So that's worth having too. But these are really, really good. And let me just tell you what's in here. It's just, I really think these performances were wonderful and fun, worth having. If you don't have all the Shostakovich jazz and other suites, you really should, because there's great music in there. Okay, CD1, you've got the Suite for Variety Orchestra. That was known as the Jazz Suite number 2. I actually have the score for that. It's in the other room. It's really nifty. It's for a grab bag of an orchestra, everything but the kitchen sink. It's not a jazz orchestra by any stretch of the imagination. It really is. He calls it variety orchestra. It's a theater orchestra. It's so much fun, a pit orchestra. And it's got the waltz, you know, the famous waltz. I'm not going to, I have to do it badly or I'll get a copyright claim. So there, I have an excuse. And then you've got the suite from Moscow Chirimushki, his musical. Yes, he did a musical that was quite popular, actually. And it's got that tune that's in everything he wrote in the ballet suites. You know that. It's really great. I find myself whistling it all the time. You know, no, that's not what it is. It's great fun. So that's delicious. The Suite for Jazz Orchestra number 1, which is only 3 movements. It's just a waltz, a polka, and a foxtrot, and the whole thing is like 7 minutes or 8 minutes. It's not much. And the Tahiti Trot, which of course is T for 2, his arrangement of T for 2, which has become one of his most popular pieces that lasts 3 minutes and 56 seconds. You know how that happened, right? Someone asked him if he could orchestrate it in something like, 20 minutes or less, and he did it in like 5. I don't know. It was a bet. He did it on a bet, and it's wonderful. Then we've got some ballet suites. The suite from The Bolt, ballet suite number 5. Now, The Bolt is the stupidest of all of his ballets. The story is, Shostakovich actually described it as there was a machine. Someone threw a bolt into the machine to gum up its works, thereby jeopardizing the triumph of socialism and the collectivization effort. This takes 3 acts. That was his description of the ballet plot or something like that. A little close to that. I was paraphrasing a little. The music is goofy and it's fun. And thank God we don't have to listen to all 3 acts of it. Even in the Shostakovich, complete works people like Rushdie, who did, the Limpid Stream or whatever it was, or I don't know, what was the other one? There was the Bolt, and there was the what you call it, and the other thing, and his ballets. No one much cares about the Bolt. Then we've got suite for music to the animated cartoon film, The Tale of the Priest and His Servant Balda. Well, this is delightful, and it is cartoon music. It's just fun. And the suite from the Golden Age, that's it. The Golden Age was his major ballet. I always get it confused with the New Babylon, which is the big silent film score. They're kind of similar. The New Babylon is about, merchandising in America and how evil it is. And the Golden Age is about, I think it's the one where the Russian gymnasts or athletic people go to the New World and discover how horrible it is. I don't know. It was all stupid. But it's wonderfully performed and recorded and fun to listen to. Then we've got the Concerto number 1 for piano, trumpet, and strings with Reinhold Friedrich trumpet, Thomas Dues piano, and the Deutsche Symphony Orchestra Berlin under Lutz Köhler. I mean, it's really a fine performance. There's nothing wrong with it. And the first violin concerto with Vladimir Spivakov and the Gerzenich Orchestra Köln under James Conlon, which is they're quite capable players. It has a particularly intense and grave and 12-minute long account of the Passacaglia. Well, I mean, it's not exactly 12 minutes long because the 5-minute long cadenza, is attached to it at the end. But really, these are very fine performances, and the price is good, and I'm so glad that Capriccio has taken the time to retrieve all this stuff, because remember they had such spotty availability for a while, but now they're part of the Naxos conglomerate, and so their stuff is around, and they're making box sets of some of these wonderful niche repertoire things that they had. There's the Korngold box of the Schnittke film music and Schrecker, and it's all kinds of really cool stuff that they've put together. 2 boxes of Kurt Weill things. They have a wonderful catalog of interesting and rewarding music that's mostly really well performed. I mean, they've got that Braunfels edition, which I assume will get boxed up at some point. So yeah, go for it. If you don't have this stuff, you really should give it a listen. And keep on listening, friends. Thank you so much for joining me. Take care.